But that's where I was.
I don't even see it.
You don't see it?
I got bad contacts in. That was our first segment.
You guys already did a segment?
Chuck, you need 4 months in.
I don't, Mark.
You can't see the frost on the right side?
I can. On the top
now
right,
I can.
top
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Fog frost?
Fog frost.
Frog? No.
Yeah, we've got some frogs. We got frog on the net.
LJ's going to borrow me some contacts.
You guys already did a segment?
They were just giving me a hard time about my contacts.
We're going to get into it.
Welcome to another round at Sweet Shots. Lucas Johnson alongside Mark Johnson, Chuck Johnson, and our new co-host, Nick Johnson, joins us in the booth. Welcome back. We're back. Tiger's back. Feels like golf's back, kind of.
Yep.
I mean, this is just a great time. We are relaunching, a little soft relaunch here where it's the first sentence you might have caught. Another round at Sweet Shots. We're kind of relaunching into the podcast formerly known as the Sweet Shots podcast.
That's right.
But we're back. We've got a new face in the booth. Nick, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You bet.
Honored to be here.
Average age just got a lot younger
Well,
on this podcast.
Yep,
Yeah.
it did. And a regular now, right? I mean, he's
here.
a Ford, not just a guest.
It's like a qualifying period.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how today goes.
It's written into his contract. You know, we've got the escape clause in there.
Right. Okay.
Well, language. I mean, if he can't handle keeping it clean,
We are a family podcast.
it's a family style podcast.
Yep.
The Tourette's, hopefully the Tourette's doesn't kick in.
You know, we had a successful run. We took second place in the local podcast deal. I don't know if you knew this, Nick.
I didn't.
But in the voting,
yeah.
we ended up taking second, word on the street. So there's another podcast in town that beat us out. So we had to take a fresh look at it, jazz it up, change it up a little bit.
What can we do better?
What can we do better?
Went out and grabbed the hottest free agent. That's what happened.
It wasn't cheap either.
No, tough contract, but we're excited to have you.
Yeah, this
hopefully-
will
Good to be here.
Hopefully this brings us over that hump and we'll be rated number one.
number one.
And if we're not, it's short leash.
Well, one and done then.
One and
See
done.
you later. No, this will be good. I think the image, or not the image, but the vision that we've kind of got for it. Obviously, kind of introducing some new segments. We're really going to dig into what's happening around golf world, but who knows where conversation will take us. And then you got we're coming up with a segment, something along the lines of pros and Joes, as we got two pros on this side,
Or the
and,
Joes.
and two average Joes.
Average Joes.
Slightly
On the other-
above average Joes.
Yeah, it gets a little
debatable.
long for the title
he got a good
card.
ring
but-
to it.
We'll see.
But as we say, I mean, what a week to get back into it, gents. I mean, I don't know how much you guys have followed along, but holy cow, what happened this last week in golf? Not only on the golf course, but outside the golf course. Seems like every day there's breaking news, and I was on my phone today trying to make sure I caught up with everything. But we'll just start with, I think, the biggest one. We'll jump right into it, because why not? But USGA and RNA, the governing bodies of golf, come out and they said they're gonna make an announcement this week on rolling back the golf ball, essentially making the game shorter for everybody,
Or longer, depending on your perspective.
Yep. The golf ball is not going to fly as far.
There you
Sure.
Is what's going to happen. So, I guess to lay the groundwork before we get into it. So what they're doing is they're not testing. Like the actual, well, they are testing the golf balls, but it's not the golf ball distance that's changing. It's the swing speed when they're testing it. So currently, as they test golf balls, their robot swings at 120 miles an hour. And then that ball can only fly 317 yards. That's as far as it's allowed to go. That's
correct.
In the air. What they're going to do is they're going to crank up that swing speed to 125 miles an hour. And that ball can still only go 317 yards.
Is that true?
Yep.
So that's their new rule, in which there's some science behind it. But for every mile an hour club head speed that you increase, it roughly translates to about 3 yards.
2.5 carry.
2.5 carry. So you start
this
doing
is the
math.
pros versus the Joes part.
Yeah.
Because this is great.
Yeah.
As the average Joe, I don't know any of this.
Yeah, he could say anything and I'd believe it.
Yep. Right now, you might be. Okay, so
No,
keep
yeah.
going. This is
So-
good.
Oh, that's fact. You're spot on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right
With
now
how they're going to test to make a ball conform. This is how they test.
Yep.
So a golf ball manufacturer company is going to have to submit their golf ball for sale, retail in all these categories, whether it's a player's ball or a Pro V or whatever, and it's going to have to pass this test at this new mile per hour of clubhead speed, up from 120 to 125. And you're exactly right.
From what I could find, there was no exact numbers to what a conforming ball goes right now. Like that, it's not like every conforming ball when tested goes 317 yards. Everything that I found just said that it was just short, like near but just short. So, I mean, if you increase it by 5 miles an hour, you're looking at about 15 yards, just shy of 15 yards. So you would imagine that that's going to be over 317. So now all these manufacturers got to come back and change.
So a couple questions as the average Joe here. What's the driver? Is it because we've got these guys out there, and I use the term guys, could be women and or men, that are swinging so much harder, and in competitive golf, we're just seeing that a golf course can't keep up to the distance in which these balls are now going, and because they're athletes.
Well, that's the
idea?
debate. That's the debate.
Okay.
So the biggest thing is going to be essentially they're going to make this rule for everybody, not just the pros, but it is the pros and this very, very few select amateur golfers, elite level amateur golfers that are swinging crazy hard. And then you've also got the I don't know, protectors of the old golf courses, old landlocked courses that can't expand like an Augusta.
Sure.
They can't move back, that want these courses to be played how they were intended. So they want it, that ball's it can't go any further.
Okay.
So that's the debate as to why are we really changing the rule? Are we changing it because it's going to benefit everybody? Or are we changing it because we're scared of, what is it, like 50 guys that are over 120 mile an hour clubhead speed on tour or whatever it is?
Sure. Right.
Are we done explaining it? Can we get into it? Can we get into it a little bit?
I think so.
This is so out of touch with your general golf population. I'm speaking opinion now.
Yeah.
They're making this rule for, as you said, what percent of players absolutely bomb it. And congratulations, you guys that can bomb it. You're bigger, stronger, faster. It's like, why would you penalize 50 million regular golfers, regular Joes, and roll back how far the golf ball? People are starting to finally enjoy this game. It's post-COVID. We have more golfers than ever, and now you're going to make it more difficult. The game is way too difficult already. There's so many other ways to roll back how far the ball's going from turf conditions at an elite level. Just soften the fairways for those guys. I'm tired of seeing the ball roll 30 yards at the TPC Scottsdale or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so short-sighted that they penalized the regular golfer, in my opinion. It makes no sense.
So this is a go? It's a final that's been decided?
So, well, there hasn't been like the official announcement, but from everything that that is out there currently, as far as, I don't know if you call it leaks, but it sounds like that they're looking for starting in 2028. So you got 4 years at now, and then in 2028 it'll start just with the pros. So there'll be 2 golf balls in play, pro balls and amateurs, and then in 2030 that's when everybody is expected to play this new conforming golf ball.
Wow.
No way.
Yeah.
How are they going to police that?
Such a broad stroke for such a small group of people.
Right, and that's where like the only time that I think it's going to be crunch time, like people get DQ'd over, is if you're going to get amateurs that are playing in USGA events or RNA events, qualifying for US Open, qualifying for, you're probably going to get your state open stuff's going to have to follow that, but like, I don't know.
Casual golf, you and I going out to MCC tomorrow.
Who cares?
Are you guys going to, wait a second, is that one of those juice balls still? You guys going to call me out?
Can you imagine this confusion, though, at every club tournament, every event, Village Green Scramble? Are they going to allow the ball, not allow the ball? Right. Everybody's going to have to check their ball now. It's an administrative nightmare for somebody trying to run a golf event. It's just, like I said, it is so out of touch by the governing bodies as to what really happens at clubs, public courses, and events. It's going to be a nightmare to administer.
Oh, and I found some number. I mean, this is from the USGA, which again, it doesn't make any sense why they would be doing this other than they've got people that maybe have a little too much money and not enough time on their hands or whatever. But if you look at driving statistics, average carry yards, okay, on the LPGA Tour, like you had alluded to, okay, average driving carry distance is 220 yards.
Okay.
So roughly 93 yards short of that 317 parameter. Your average amateur male,
Okay.
215 yards.
I was
Is
gonna
that
say, it's
right?
about the
Carry.
same average. Yeah.
Carry, 215.
Okay.
So about 100 yards short
I'm just
of that.
processing where I fall in these
So
categories.
they're going to lose 5%, right? Is that what this is?
Yep,
They're going to lose 5% of whatever. It's like
I can't.
Your
I
average
can't-
your average amateur female, 147.
Okay.
Okay. And then finally, the guys we're worried about, PGA Tour,
Yeah.
best of the best. As of 2023, their average carry distance was 283 yards.
So still,
So there's still not
25
to your
yards.
you're
point,
not
it's what
banging down the
percent?
door.
Right.
So now we're not even talking average PGA Tour player. Now you're talking a small percentage of the small percentage
Right.
for this.
And we're talking drivers.
Yeah.
This also affects your approach shots into greens for the average player. Instead of hitting a 7-iron, now you're going to have to hit a 6-iron.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the game is tough enough.
Agreed.
Well, and it's like how many people go, you know what? Honestly, I hit my 5-iron better than I hit my 7-iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not very many.
I mean, there's just, you want to chase people away. This might be the only thing, my one question with it, and maybe this is where they're coming from, or maybe they're just going to lean on OEMs to get the technology in it. But if it's just based off, if you can somehow base the technology off swing speed, so the faster you swing it, the more it spins, the less it'll go. So like your 7-iron distance isn't going to sacrifice, but your driver distance, if you're swinging at 130 miles an hour, it's like hitting a marshmallow.
So you penalize people that can swing it harder than others.
Right. Yeah. And then, I mean, it's like you kind of destroy my own. I was playing devil's advocate there because then it's like, okay, so I'm swinging 100% with 7-iron, it goes normal. And now you're telling me I got to swing 85% with my driver just to get a maximum distance, which is 15 yards shorter than what I normally hit it.
Yeah.
So let's say it's 15 yards shorter for this small percentage of people. For the average player like Chuck or I, we're not going to see 15 yard left. I mean,
It's not going to be, so from what I thought, it's not going to be like 15 yards, but it's still going to be 5%.
5%. You might see
can't.
10 yards.
I can't
10,
lose
11
5%.
I feel like I lose 5% every other swing.
Yeah, you do.
Where you hit it on the face.
Yeah, it's just like,
It's not-
would we really even see that much of a difference? I mean,
And that's the other thing too. It's like you look at the amateur golf, like level of amateur golf. How many of these people are going to? And I think this comes from because the conversation started up with the Open at St. Andrews when guys were just hitting it over the bunkers they thought nobody thought was in play. And it just comes from that being like, well, St. Andrews can't change, so we want to make sure that it's still relevant. So now we have to change the entire.
So if they have a golf tournament at St. Andrews, issue a St. Andrews ball.
Well, you
okay,
can
guys.
definitely do that too.
Yep. The Open's at St. Andrews this year. This is the tour issue ball from Titleist, TaylorMade. Everybody that is going to have a player playing in the event got to be playing the St. Andrews ball.
Now you get tour players complaining about it, but at least it's not the entirety of golf. Who goes to St. Andrews right now and goes, geez, you know what? I hit it too far today.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Not us. Interesting.
That's what I think they should come up with a tour ball specific for each course. Marion, St. Andrews, maybe you have a group of courses that are shorter that have to play ball this for those elite players. And I've also said like I said, there's other ways to do it. St. Andrews, they can't water fairway or they choose not to, whatever. So you get all this roll. But the U.S. Open courses, you could water the fairways and you could grow the rough. Again, I go back to the idea I have, growing the rough long to short from green to tee. And that would make guys think twice about bombing it out there.
Hitting driver.
I am going to lose my ball if I hit it over 300 yards and in the rough. Mm-hmm. Now, if I hit it 280, the rough shorter, I'm going to be at least able to find my ball.
Yeah.
260, the rough's
concept.
pretty manageable. 250, I might have 6-iron in, but it's like a 2-inch rough.
It's like a fade for a golf course.
Yeah.
You get a nice fade cut
The
going.
groundskeeper's worst nightmare.
Well, but we're talking. Yeah, it would be.
Right now,
Well, not
they're
at every
listening.
course, but your elite championship courses, which this is obviously targeting the elite players and then hurting your general player.
Yeah, and then you look at even the college level. So now all the college guys got to play that. And that's amateur golf. And then, okay, what do they do in the summers? All the, like you were saying, what do you do for your member? Are you playing the ball or are you not playing the ball? I think one of the funniest things that happened was, so Rory McIlroy basically got like bullied off of Twitter X now. And he gave his wife authority. She just changed the password, would not let him have it. He was bullied off of X. And he came back this week to make a statement on the rollback. And he's like, you guys are like, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's what he said. It's not that big. Of course, it's not a big deal for him.
And what does he care?
He's the best driver of the golf ball in the world.
Yeah.
He's got one of the best swings in the world. Yeah. And he hits the center. Yeah. So, but it was just funny because he was like, I'm done with social media. I'm gone. See ya. And
Except for this.
Except for this, where he just goes, okay, I need that back. I need to make a statement now.
Begged his wife for the password so he could get in.
Yeah. Who knows? What do you think Rory McIlroy's password is? It's just like, go Irish. 1, 2, 3. Is he Irish?
That's a good.
Yeah, he's
he's definitely
Irish.
Irish.
Northern Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it's got something to do with the Ryder Cup victory.
Probably.
Was that our last podcast? Was after the Ryder
Yeah.
Cup?
Yeah.
I was on location
Yeah, you were.
for that last one.
The
Yeah.
listeners
Here's
are
my
wondering
deal.
if you even made it back. For crying out loud.
What happened to Mark?
We couldn't resume. Well, it was during the whole October 7th. Yeah, I was a little uncomfortable being out of the country. I have to be
Yeah.
honest.
We're glad
about
you're
that.
back now.
Yeah.
I made
Yeah.
it.
See, your style choices have made some improvements.
Well, I picked up a sponsor for this year's podcast.
Yeah, talk us through that. What do you got going?
Well, Sweetsa here at Sweet Shots. We have some of the best pizza anywhere in that scratch kitchen.
that's a fact. I had some last night. That was
Yeah, it is fantastic, Chef Marty. And I signed a pretty lucrative endorsement deal. I'm thinking out of the box this year a little bit, guys. For
All the stickers you want?
Yep, I get all the stickers I want.
It's gonna be like a NASCAR driver over here. He's gonna get Bass Pro Shops on the other
Club
one.
Pro guy. Well, I'm a professional. I can accept things like this. You guys, as Joes, you would forfeit your amateur status.
That's true.
If you started, this isn't college sports. No NILs here.
No
this
NIL.
is pure golf in the USGA.
Okay.
Purity at its finest.
Talking about lucrative deals, how about this transition right here? Do you guys know about Jon Rahm?
Heard of them. It's a big offer.
$600 million to join Live. Actually, if you break it down, it's like $300 million signing bonus, and the rest is equity in his team,
I
in
thought
his own team.
So he
I
gets
thought
his
they
own
were
team.
combining. I thought PGA
that's-
Tour and Live.
So does it matter? Because they're combining, right?
Well, but they only have till like the end of the year to get their deal done. So if they don't get their deal done, that goes back to being separate.
So we've got like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's not a for sure.
yeah.
Oh,
So
I thought it was a done deal.
Liv is acting like they're on their own still. PGA Tour's acting
Okay.
like they're on their
Okay.
own. Behind the scenes, they're working together to try and get things. There's so many rumors. PGA's looking to find another fund outside of the PIF to get kind of back them up and all that stuff. I don't know.
So when you say Jon Rahm can build his team, that means he can just go out and handpick PGA guys too and try to get them to come over?
I'm sure you could do that, or whoever's Liv started doing basically like a Monday qualifier to get into Liv. And there was certain names that went in there. You got some, I forget off the top of my head, but some PGA Tour guys that took their chance over there.
Yeah. Like Brooks's brother.
Well, he got relegated.
Yeah, who's not good.
I do like the relegation side of things.
Right? I mean,
Well,
if you-
especially now, just for the fact that they joined Liv because they were like, "You're set, you're with us for the long haul." And about halfway through, they were like, "Actually, joke's on you. If you don't play well enough, you're
gone."
You get booted." So it's kind of funny that way.
I agree.
But yeah, I don't know because he actually had the option to join the Fireballs or create his own team.
So did he accept it?
Well, that's the thing we don't know because
he hasn't said anything.
his statement. His
Did
statement
his
when
wife take away his Twitter account?
when Liv came
Cut him
out,
off.
he had a great statement why he wasn't going to join, and he said, "My lifestyle now. What am I going to do with more money? I really like my lifestyle now. I don't need more money. That was, if I recall, that's not a verbatim quote, but it was something like that. And I'm
He
like,
has a handful of those,
refreshing.
like messages too.
it was refreshing. So if he switches and takes the money, because he actually worked up my list of people that I'm respecting. And at first he was kind of this hot-headed Spaniard,
Yep.
right in line with all of them. And it was easy to not like him.
Yep.
And then when he made that decision, I was like, all right, I'm kind of digging this
respect
guy.
that.
I respect that.
Yep.
But now if he flips and does this, not that my opinion matters with
He's
Jon
got
Rahm.
like three to
He's
five.
not coming on our
statements.
show now. Way to go. There it goes.
Jeez. Once he figures out we're the second best podcast in the area.
I'm out.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think his silence is pretty deafening. It's reminiscent of what happened with Cam Smith when he was going. Cam Smith, there was rumors floating around, all this money, all that, and he didn't say anything. He was asked about it. He's like, "Look, guys, I'm just here to play golf." And then the week after the Open, he
jumped.
signs.
Yep.
So I don't know, for making strong statements like that to now not saying a word with dollar figures like 600 mil floating around, I think it's a done deal, which stinks. I mean, imagine not seeing him play at
I know.
some of these top events, which I guess they still get into if he can hold his world golf rankings, still get into the majors, but even then, it's not the same.
No, it's not.
He's not going to go.
Really?
You don't think
Should we
so?
bet? I bet he goes.
I'd do a pros versus Joes right now, but I don't want to side with that. I think he's gone. I think he's got to do
Nick?
it. I mean, you can't be that quiet.
I'll go with Mark. I'll say he stays.
Wow.
We'll do
Yeah.
a split. We'll do a split decision here.
All right, this is the first big bet on the
All right,
another
okay.
round. I mean, this is big.
We will have a round.
We'll have a
Losers
round.
got to buy a round.
Deal.
Losers by another round.
Okay.
It'll be interesting. I wonder if it comes out well. And then the other thing, Liv just announced their schedule, so it's not like they got things
saw that.
going firing on all
Look at
cylinders.
Vegas on that schedule.
Most of theirs are international though, because all the PGA Tour stuff's in the States.
Yeah, that's right.
It's interesting. I don't know. My other question is how many Jon Rahm jumps ship. How many more guys are going to follow?
I think if John does, I could see others follow.
Let's say with the merger though, and then he joins.
He's coming back. Well, they basically get
Well,
access back.
who wins the bet between us? 'Cause
Well,
if there's
I don't
a merger,
know.
is it?
I would imagine, you put a stipulation on it to where it's like the end of the year because there has to be a decision before the end of the year. I would think.
So
This month.
yeah, this
Yeah, I think this
Okay, there we
month.
go.
We got to have a decision this month.
Yeah. Let's go,
Okay.
John. Get on it. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? No, I mean, I did see one. Xander was another big name that they were talking about going, and he declared for the AT&T. So now guys are like, he's going to stay.
I'm not a Xander guy after the Ryder. I got a
He's
bad
got no-
taste in my
yeah.
mouth.
Boy, yeah, we haven't really unpacked the
I'm
Ryder
not a
Cup.
big-
There's going to be some residual stuff for years, I think.
I saw one of the funnier tweets kind of right around then was, the TGL league, that virtual golf league that it got pushed because their dome fell out. They talked about the guys from the Metrodome, trying to
collapsed.
fix that. But the TGL league, Colin Morikawa got recruited to play on Tiger's team, I think, or whatever it was. And he said that the call to play in the TGL league, the virtual golf league, the not real golf league, was above the call he got to get to the Ryder Cup.
Who said this?
Colin Morikawa.
See ya.
Way. Really?
Yeah.
See ya.
That was his reaction. That was his acceptance tweet. Was
Wow.
I've had calls to the Ryder Cup, and this is definitely right up there with it.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, what? In what world?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Those guys are thinking they need to get paid to play in the Ryder
100%.
Cup.
That's crazy.
Coldest
They've
take.
lost the whole view of what it means.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
not
why
all
we
of
got
them, but
Smoked. That's why we got smoked. And
Agreed.
They just wanted
they
it
have
more.
no passion.
Zero.
Yep.
No,
All right.
that's. I mean, yeah. You got Ryder Cup. You got Live. All that stuff. But, how about this? Maybe we want to take a break right now. Or we want to keep rolling and take a break and then get into the Grant Thornton later.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good to keep rolling.
Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah.
like
Keep
it.
the vibes going.
Yeah.
This is how we do
Break
it,
it
Nick.
up.
We just kind
That's
of.
why we're here. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk more golf. We got a great week of golf last week. The Hero Invite, which is Tiger Woods' tournament. We said it at the beginning.
Tiger is back.
Tiger is back.
Yep.
And I don't know. One of my biggest things that I take, obviously Tiger Woods playing all 4 days, looked great. But Scotty Scheffler did not miss a beat.
No.
Wins by 3, still loses strokes gained on the putting green.
His pace was better, though. His pace was better on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that guy ever got his putting, where he got strokes gained on the putting green, he would lap the field every time.
Well, so I forget who I was talking to, but I was kind of explaining the whole strokes gained deal. And it's like, okay, you think about why Scotty still wins. Say he shoots a 67 with like 2 bogeys in there or whatever, 65 with 2 bogeys, and he wins. Mm-hmm. Okay. And he still loses strokes gained on strokes on the green. That would mean that, okay, he made, what was that, like 9 birdies, 2 bogeys. So let's say he misses a 7-footer for par on a couple of them or whatever. That means he's got, 15 opportunities for birdies, and he still misses 6 of those? That's how he's losing strokes gained. He's still making a crap ton of birdies.
Sure.
But the guy, I mean, I watched one of his putts on 16 on Sunday. It was like, for me to you, Chuck, and he didn't even sniff the hole.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw Tiger putt one off the green.
Well, yeah.
He had a misread.
He also hasn't played.
So did Tiger eat Tiger? Did you see the size of him?
What is going on?
He's huge.
Ginormous.
But his lower body's tiny. It's like most guys you see over at Planet Fitness or something like that.
He's got like the V. He's got a victory shape to him, you know? Actually, I did see there's a strong movement right now online. People believe he's taking some roids.
No. Yeah. Might be.
Well, he might have some, physicians
PEDs
prescribing him legal things to recover from his injuries.
Legal?
Do you think they're
legal?
He got some of that like football stuff where they give him where they got knocked out on the field and they
got a concussion. You're back.
blue
within
tent,
4 days.
yeah.
I couldn't
Concussion
believe
on Sunday. Go play on Thursday.
I couldn't believe how far he was hitting the golf ball.
like 330.
And he has no lower body. He's using no lower body. They did a 3-camera deal of the footwork of Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, and Tiger. And, Scheffler looks like should be on Dancing with the Stars.
It's like you put tape, like you ever put tape on a cat's bottom.
It's like, what? And I do like his this year's move. He's making the foot move and then he puts it back like where it should be.
He's like, nope, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah,
really?
It slides and then it goes back a little bit. And then JT, of course, is up on his toes like somebody in the Nutcracker. I mean, and then Tiger's like this passive. Well, he's got a fused ankle, and
He can't roll the ankle very well. Yeah.
so if that doesn't display, there's so many ways to get it done in the game of golf. And Tiger's a good athlete, and he's found a way to get it done. But he's to generate that much power.
People compared the investigative journalists online said that his face looked eerily similar to Lance Armstrong when he was doping. His face got a little puffy.
Oh,
And
boy.
he's really jacked. So that's the leading theory. He had a puffy face.
Well,
So in golf, can you get in trouble for?
Oh,
taking
yeah.
PEDs?
Yeah.
Just like any other sport.
Do they drug test?
yeah.
I've just
What?
never.
Random.
Has anyone ever been? Has that
I mean,
happened
I've
before?
never
Look at
heard
the-
this.
Yes.
You guys making this
Has this
up?
happened in the
for
past?
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
This is a thing.
But just like
Lee
Lance-
Trevino, who drugged? Who did this?
But just like, hey, guys were getting in trouble for taking. You might want to look this up.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They
I
were
know what
taking
you're
like
talking about.
Midol,
Yeah.
like a women's, like the medication for
Drops your stress level or something, right? Where it like got him to focus.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
with you.
I was actually on a med that did the same thing. It
when he
reduced
had
your
his-
heart rate.
Great run at the senior open that one year.
It reduced your heart rate, so you couldn't get an elevated heart rate. I forget what they call it. I'll look it up during the break.
Like a butrol of some sort.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. But anyways,
Ibuprofen?
so guys were testing positive for this. You can't use that. That
I've
is a
never heard
banned
this.
substance
Okay.
on the PGA Tour.
So there are banned substances.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
And they
We're
do drug
speculating.
tests.
Yeah, I would imagine.
We're not saying Tiger's juicing, guys. We're just speculating.
We're speculating.
Right.
speculating
I want
yeah.
Tiger on the show
I'm
at
just
some
saying,
point, guys.
I'm just saying what other people
Well,
are
he
saying.
can come and clean it up.
That's
clear
true.
up the
Clear up
clear.
the air.
Yeah, he could
There you go.
air it out.
Open invite to Tiger right now.
Very good. Tiger.
And Jon Rahm. If Jon Rahm wants to make his
have to
announcement.
Make his announcement on our show.
Yep. Clear things up. Settle our bet. Come on. John and Tiger.
Yep.
Together. Two big announcements.
We'll work on that.
Well,
We'll work on it.
Tiger's great for the game. It was great to see him play.
Agreed.
He's talking about playing once a month, competing once a month.
Is that
It'll
right?
be, yeah.
Well, he's
Which-
playing in the
PNC.
with
Yeah.
Oh, with
Charlie.
Charlie.
That's must watch TV.
Yeah.
That's a good tournament.
How good do you think Charlie's going to be?
Depends if he gets burnt or not. You know, like a lot of like elite athletes' kids, if they just like part limelight, part just push it, and then something happens where they just don't succeed like they think they should. But
How old is he roughly?
dude crushes it, like 14.
14.
Oh, he's 14.
I think he played in his first high school.
They won
Or he's
state.
like,
yeah.
this was
His
his
team
first year
won
in high
state.
school.
Yeah.
What state, though? I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
Florida.
Florida.
Two-time state
How many good
champion.
golfers are there in
Yeah,
Florida?
not that many. Was okay. So
It's not like a North
14.
Dakota state champion.
Right. Yeah. You got to get two of those. No. Speaking of PNC, because this is also late development as of late last night and this morning, but shake up with Tiger Woods might be leaving Nike.
Get out of here.
People are saying his contract. So he never signed a lifetime contract like LeBron and MJ.
Yeah.
Never signed one. So his 10-year contract's up. And they're saying that PNC might be it. That's the last
Well,
time he's contracted with Nike.
Since his injury, he hasn't worn Nike shoes.
FootJoy. He's all over the
Oh,
FootJoy
that's right.
premiums.
So in the last 2 years, he hasn't even. I mean, he still has his brand of Nike.
Yeah, but through this year,
But-
he might not have it.
Right, but he has like his clothing apparel.
Yeah.
But other than shoes, he has.
He's wearing FootJoys.
Yeah, but if they wanted to keep, I mean, he could literally say, "Hey, this is the type of shoe I need you to make. Could you
Well,
just
he-
make that?"
That's
for me?
what FootJoy did for him.
Oh, FootJoy did that.
FootJoy
Oh, so
did
he
it?
didn't just throw on a
Random FootJoy shoe.
dry joy. He actually they made it for him.
Yeah.
He started.
Oh,
he started with premieres, and now he's got like his own
Yeah.
protos.
Well, I have my initials on my FootJoy shoes.
You
you think-
Tiger.
So do I. I got a Sharpie and just went CJ.
But you got to redo it every round.
That's how the Joes do it. The pros actually have it
Andy from
embroidered.
Toy Story. Just Chuck on the bottom of his shoe.
with the K backwards.
No, I mean it's the big one was he stopped wearing Nike sunglasses. That was the tip.
I saw something about Charlie
shoes.
too. What,
Really?
Well, last year's PNC, he wore that hat, the Snoopy hat. or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
Instead of wearing the Nike.
The
'cause
Nike?
He was supposed to be wearing the Nike hat. And then Justin Thomas was the one who called him out on it in the interview as a joke to Charlie.
Yeah,
He's like, I just think it's a cool hat.
I think I
imagine.
remember that. Yeah.
Imagine Tiger and not having Nike.
That would be.
That's
It's been
crazy.
my whole life. He's been. It's Nike and Tiger Woods. You think
That's
golf?
true.
You think Tiger? You think Nike?
So through his ordeal, they never dropped him.
No.
You know, he lost a lot of brands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Nike held on, huh?
Yeah.
That's par for the course. Like Tiger wasn't doing anything that Nike brand guys hadn't done before.
Yeah, that's true.
Then he got. I mean,
Oh Lord, he for sure is not coming on.
not anymore.
Cut him off. Jon Rahm's not
Oh
coming.
my God.
Tiger's now not coming.
No, I mean you look at
Nike
too,
never
like-
sponsor us now either.
Right. Jeez. Well, now what I was going to say.
Hey,
forgot
can
what
I
was
just
gonna
jump in here? This event, I did have a DraftKings team.
This last event?
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
too. I bet it took. I was dead last.
Okay, I wasn't last, but I wasn't first. Couple observations. Hey, this Justin Thomas guy, he's back this year.
Yeah, I think so.
He finished third.
Yep.
70, 67, 68, 67.
Yep.
I think last year was a wake-up call for him.
He got rid of his dad
it
as
has
his
to be.
coach.
Was that it?
He did.
Maybe he's on
Prior,
to
Well, I
prior to
think
the
the-
Ryder Cup, he told him to step aside.
Maybe he's on to something.
It's time, Lucas. Next year is yours.
If I'm making that jump.
Sorry, Dad.
Hey, you had a top five finish in the year-long assistance.
He would have won it had you not been involved.
No, he only played half the events.
I played
Maybe
half.
if you would have let him get away from work more.
That's right.
I was the fifth-ranked assistant in the Minnesota section.
Nice job. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Congrats. Sorry, Mark, you're going through your lineup.
Yeah, no, well, I won't go through the whole thing, but Victor Hovland started really slow, 73, but he shot 63.
This guy.
My guy.
63 on Sunday, and he had a bad bogey too. He was on a roll. They were at 59 was in play, and he made just a bad bogey. His chipping's still a little wonky.
Yeah.
And he made a bad bogey from just off the green. But, you start looking at these guys, and I'm a big momentum guy carrying it over from last year. It's just, I think JT's going to.
I agree.
I think he's going to parlay his little wake-up call into something special this year.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got to hit rock bottom once, right?
Okay.
So then of those three guys,
Maybe.
Why was he looking at me when he said that?
of those three guys, used to be four, but Smiley he's in the booth now. Of those three guys, one guy's always down. So which guy's going to, Ricky, Spieth, or JT? Which one's going to
being Ricky?
Then Ricky's going to have a bad year.
Because Jordan already had his bad year. You know,
Boy,
It
he
is
had his
bad.
multiple
Decades
years.
almost.
no doubt. Well, I did a lineup too, and I had, and I think we have them listed to talk about Willie Z
You did have him.
and
Nice.
Tiger.
Yeah.
I think they might have finished dead last each.
Will's outdoors did.
I know he did. Hey, didn't he shoot like 81 to start?
Yeah.
Will did?
83. Yeah. 83.
83.
The
yeah.
first on Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Welcome
coming off
back.
an injury, right?
Yeah, this is
I
first-
wanted to get
so
on
is
him early.
Tiger.
I wanted before the field did. I wanted to be that guy.
Well, he had the new lab putter. He's going broomstick, which that's what I want to talk about. Did you guys see this video?
Yeah.
This video, we're going to put it up because I cannot believe the lab putter didn't change his stroke.
Oh, is it still?
It's like,
It was like a double figure eight.
yeah. But it was like a 2-foot putt.
It was
He
a
didn't even
figure
touch the hole.
16. I don't think that's a thing, but he made it one.
Figure 16.
He made it
Really?
one.
It's that
No,
bad?
yeah, we'll put it up. And it is,
From this last weekend?
yeah, just as bad, if not worse. There were two clips I'm thinking of where like one he was about 3 to 5 feet away. He hit it on the toe of the putter, which I didn't think was possible with lab. And then the second one, he was even closer and he made his figure 16 and missed the putt.
Oh, no.
And it's just like the whole thing with lab putters, and we've got them here, Get Fit here at Sweet Shots. They're awesome. I love them. But the whole thing, especially on a broomstick, it's just a pendulum. Like it's just back and forth. That's all you got to do. Just rock it. And for some odd reason, I'm fully confident in saying this man is in his yip phase.
Uh-oh.
He's got the putting yips.
Okay, so don't pick him in DraftKings.
Yeah, maybe avoid
Duly noted.
I wouldn't do it until the field gets on him because I just don't think this guy. I don't know. He lost. I've got another note on here. He lost 5.8 strokes to the field putting the first
And
day.
there's like 20 guys.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's really bad.
Oops.
Yeah.
Hence the 83.
hence the 83.
Okay.
I mean, but it's fun to see him back. I'm glad because I think
His
this
back's
is,
okay? He seems to be okay
His
swinging
surgery,
it?
yeah. So I think this is his medical exemption year.
Okay.
He might be at risk of losing his card then. I don't know exactly how the medical exemption works, but because he took like the full year off for the surgery.
I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, I know there's some various.
He's won on
extensions
tour,
they can-
right?
Yeah, he won FedEx Cup race, one of them, late
I
in
would
the year.
think that's got to give you a 2 or 3 year
True, plus a medical exemption.
plus your medical.
So he's probably good for a couple of years anyway. Yeah.
That'd be scary if a guy like that just you
Right.
get injured and then you have a bad year and you're out.
Right.
He was
I
my
know,
guy.
I know.
He was
Yeah.
my guy.
You bet on him at the Masters.
Yeah.
Wasn't-
like his second year, he took second place as a
Yes.
master as like an AM.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't he hurt his back swinging at, was it at the Open? Like in deeper rough? He was in an event, and I remember that.
Oh. Maybe. I
Don't
don't
quote me on
remember.
it. I think it was. But anywho, we continue.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
When do we get into like DraftKings again? Because this was just practice for me. This
Well, we
week,
got
but-
it. We'll look at it here for this next week because it's a little different. This Grant Thornton invite's a little different because it's the event that. Did you look that up? Was I right? It's the
didn't look
event
it
they
up.
just switched.
I was in the
It
process.
was the one
of
Tom
looking
Hoagie won last year with Sahith,
Oh yeah, okay.
but they flipped it, so now it's PGA and LPGA.
But
You get paired together.
Don't quote him on that.
Don't quote him on that. He doesn't know for sure.
No, I do. I'm like 98% sure.
Okay.
This is the one.
No, it seemed later in the
That's
year.
what we were
Oh.
saying.
Was not this early.
No.
Was it Zurich? Is that
Yes.
the other team?
Zurich is the PGA.
Yeah.
'Cause this is, PGA.
We're in
LPGA.
silly season right now still.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last
Which
time I trusted
you want to
Lucas,
talk about
I'm
silly?
98% sure.
It's a 2%. It's a flyer, man. Statistics. Talk about other silly season, like the world golf rankings for this last tournament. Like Tiger Woods jumped up 480 spots in the world golf ranking.
After this tournament?
Yeah, and he
'Cause
took
shot
like
even?
dead last.
Everyone's intimidated of how big he is.
Right.
Had to jump him up.
We got to give him points just as it does.
But you'll look at just how silly that is. Like, everybody that got there, if you went to that tournament, you got $1 million. Everybody got $1 million.
Did they really?
Yeah, just for playing. And then
No wonder.
Gotta work
Will
on my
came
game.
back.
No doubt. I'll come back.
Yeah.
and you get to play in the Bahamas.
Yeah, jeez.
So then you got that plus because of strength of field, because it's like top 20 in the world. That's where all the points come from.
Okay.
Strength of field. But they also haven't played in 3 months or whatever. So it's like not everybody's got their A game. It's silly is what it is. Silly season.
But I saw a commercial for golf in Hawaii. You know, I don't know if they
January,
still call
right?
that. Yeah, I really forgot. Now I see the commercial for it. How much I enjoy watching that golf.
Yeah.
Over in, because it's like the champions or tour champions.
Yep.
Tour.
Only if you won. If you won last year, that's when you get invited.
Yep, and then it's Hawaiian Open the next week.
That's right. Back.
I mean, it's just it kicks off kind of just a fun. We're usually looking at a bunch of snow that time of year, and it's just fun to sit down and see some green grass. And
agreed.
That was Patrick Cantley's famous quote. You ever see that? I don't know. He called the guys in front of him were playing slow. I think it was Patrick.
Him?
He said
called
that.
Yes.
What?
Come on.
Yes.
I saw that.
He's 98% sure.
I am. I'm back to
That might have been speed.
I'll go back to 80. It wasn't speed, but it was. He called him pampered. He might have called him pampered bleeps, and he wanted to go have a Mai Tai.
Oh, boy.
Get done with the round because it was going to get dark. And
Cantley?
He's like notoriously one of the slowest golfers.
Oh,
on
my
tour.
God.
Yeah, don't look it up. We
I'm
got
looking
plenty
it up
to
right
do.
now. I'm
Nope.
looking at it. You guys talk.
No, let's keep the show moving.
Yeah. Okay.
Kicking him under the table. Let's
Doesn't
go.
want me to be right. That's what it is. Just doesn't want me to be right.
And they're a team against us. Pearl versus
Much
Jones.
controversy.
Oh, my God. That's going to be the easiest segment ever.
Well, okay. Well, then we'll get into the Grant Thornton because this is new.
Yep.
This is new.
Yep.
We got PGA and LPGA paired together.
And Hoagie's playing in it.
Hoagie's playing, and I forget who his partner is off the top of my head.
I just looked.
They used to do the Wendy's 3-tour challenge.
3-tour.
Yep. So you had a senior ladies and the guys would get paired together. Yeah, it was a great format.
Tom is
We're doing
playing
their
with
research.
last name Knight. Knight.
M. Night Shyamalan.
No kidding.
Well, that'll be good.
Yep.
Where are they playing?
And
They're
cheap.
playing. Oh, I know. The
Cheyenne Night.
Trib-
Sorry. Cheyenne Night.
Naples, Florida. They're in Naples, Florida.
Great place in the country. Usually always warm there.
Team to watch: Rose Zhang and Sahith Theegala.
Yep.
Oh,
I got him in my lineup.
How expensive are they?
9-9.
What'd be fun to see is I'd like to know what distance the ladies are playing from and what distance the men are playing from, because I think they really try and have them hit the same irons into the greens. It's all math, right? So if you know that the average distance off the tee for the ladies is such that,
Greg Norman design.
so it's hard golf course. He usually doesn't have enough grass. It's a lot of
the-
bunkers, not much grass.
The format's really funky too.
Yeah, it's 3 different formats, right?
Yeah.
Like alternate shots and
I think the first day is just a scramble between the two, true scramble, and then the second day is a true alternate shot. And then the third day is a 4-ball something weird
Best ball.
that I don't know. A Joe like me wouldn't understand it.
Joe doesn't.
You'd have to
doesn't
look
get-
into it. But
How about this overview?
Huh?
Past champions. I'm looking on PGA Tour.
I think if I remember correctly, they both hit their tee shots, then they switch balls.
Oh,
Get
yes.
their approach shots, and then they play the best ball from there.
Yeah, it's
okay.
what they call. They do that with the MGA too. It's not a shamble.
No, that is there's a different name for it. I'll come up with it.
You did your job, Nick. You laid it out there, threw it to the pros, and they
why
can't
you're
even
here.
think of it.
That's why you got your big contract.
It's going to be a tough segment.
Everything on PGA Tour only has the men's yardage, 7,300
They're at
yards.
Tiburon. Yeah, that's a tough track.
So where did Tony finish this past week to Finau? I know he's back. He had
made a
kind of an
run.
off.
Yeah, he made
Tony
a run.
finished T4,
I like that.
67 the final day.
Okay, because him and Nelly Corda
They're
are
the
partners,
favorites.
and they're the favorites. I see.
Yeah.
You got Ricky and Lexi Thompson. That's a good team.
Puma. Both Puma.
Poor Lexi.
No, Ricky had a
played
good year.
okay.
He had a
Yeah.
good year last year.
He played okay this week, didn't he? Or did he struggle on the
I didn't have him.
Oh, boy.
I thought he played
He's righted the
decent.
ship. He's back with Butch Harmon.
Okay. I like Ricky. I just not going to
Here's
bet
my
on him.
I like Ludwig Oberg.
Oh, man.
He's my new guy.
Are you okay over there?
What?
Just have a stroke?
He's like
He choking on
Swedish.
something?
No, I saw him at the Ryder Cup.
Oberg.
Nick, I don't know if you heard or not, but I was actually at the Ryder Cup last fall.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
So we're standing over by the 8th green.
You and Lucas Aberg? Or?
Sweden.
No, Pam.
Ludwig.
Oh,
It's Ludwig.
Oh,
Oberg.
Pam.
And we weren't sure where he was at because we kind of, and then I heard the tee shots from the 9th tee, and I went, that one sounded different.
oh, really?
And it was him. It's different.
He's 24.
Ludwig?
Is he like
Okay.
6'4", 6'3"?
Yeah, he's huge. Yeah.
in just a perfect golf swing.
Hey, I just thought some. The Joes in the room are going to be in this gambling mecca of the country. If you guys want us to put some wagers down,
Well,
You going down to
Hankinson,
Dakota Magic?
honey, yeah. We'll be in
home away from
Vegas
home.
this whole extended weekend to cheer on the purple.
Yep.
Minnesota.
That's right. But prior, if you guys want us to throw down on Nelly Corda and Tony Finau, just let us know.
No, but I'd like this time of year is a good time to do some Masters picks.
Masters, we'll let you
We
know.
always do.
Yeah. We did that last year.
Willie Z.
Willie Z.
Have you ever told your Masters story
When I was frustrated.
I think you did.
on the podcast?
I don't know. I did. I don't know if I shared it with the public.
With your picks?
Yeah.
When I was
Oh,
so
yeah,
frustrated
yeah,
because
yeah,
I got
yeah.
a call from Moritz Finest
Yeah.
at
That's
midnight.
funny. Save that one because we got to do another Masters show,
That's
so
true.
Save that one.
Sure, we'll save it.
It didn't pan out.
No, I didn't think it would.
No.
I didn't think it
No,
would.
I'll take you up on that. I like that.
Okay. All right.
Put a couple. I feel like golf betting, that's some of the hardest stuff you can do.
Mark and I had a nice win from Hankinson last year. Remember?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
bought
Brooks.
You guys did
Brooksy.
Brooks, yeah.
We hit Brooksy.
That's right.
Let's go.
Did I ever get my money?
Couple of Yeah, I gave it to you. I hand delivered it to you.
Yeah, we went.
I
we went for you guys.
What a clown.
Yeah, because we went.
You guys went. You were bachelor party.
That was my best way. Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
we.
And I
Yeah.
believe you
Cashed it in.
You gave me your
He
ticket.
texted me like 3 times.
I did. I was a little worried.
I'm like,
Hey.
yes, I have it.
You got my ticket? Have you exchanged my ticket? Have you cashed it in?
Did you guys get escorted off the property once you turned in those tickets worth that much money?
Yeah.
Briefcases. They actually gave us briefcases.
Right.
Security to the hotel room.
Should have.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, that's a nice hit. I think it was the Open. No, it was a major, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was U.S. Open, I think.
Yeah.
It's the U.S. Open.
Brooksy.
It's tough to.
It's what we do.
It's tough to pick a winner.
Yep.
All right, let's do this then. We're going to take a quick break. We'll do our research. We got to do our own DFS stuff here, just like old times, and then we'll wrap it up there. So we will be right back. This segment brought to you by Sweet Shots. As a whole, the main point we wanted to get across are these new wind walls, the partitions we just put in, second floor. I can't verbalize how much of a difference these things make.
Yeah.
I can't put it into words because it is
Game changers.
total game changers. Could be blowing. We were standing out there, Mark, on I don't know, a couple weeks ago. It was blowing 20, and it was like flags were bent over, and you couldn't even feel a thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then you got the heaters on top of you. I mean, it was we had league night up here a couple nights. We had ladies league every week, and tonight Tuesday they're playing. Last week they had T-shirts on,
Yep.
and they were just letting it rip. I mean, these walls, they're gonna keep this thing feeling like summer all year round. These are total game changers. So come on out and enjoy those. Enjoy some quality time. Get out here, play some games, eat some food. We got great food. Mark's sponsored by Sweetsa. That's Monday nights or Mondays. Right?
Mondays. Yep.
Mondays, yep.
Get some Sweetsa on Mondays. It's gonna be. What's it? You can't even. You can't take this guy anywhere.
Oh, these problems.
Losing sponsors by the second. Oh, there you go, right on the mic.
Nice. Okay.
Sweetsa mic. Come on out, enjoy that because it is much better than say even last year when it was
Absolutely.
Yeah.
this cold.
Yep.
So,
Big
and
game
the nice
changer.
weather helps as well. I mean, we were just talking about it's going to be 50 this week.
Love
I
it.
mean, December, we'll take that. You probably played with us when we playing at Ponderosa. You remember playing on Christmas? It was
Yep.
like
We
2000
shoveled a green. Yep. We had it going.
Yeah, shoveled number 7.
No.
Is the ad over?
Remember that either.
Yeah, it's over.
Okay. I saw Valley City's opening up.
Yeah. Really?
Are they really?
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow. I think. What's
Wow.
the 6th? Tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Still playing golf.
That is crazy.
That's nuts. All right, let's get into it. So we're the Grant Thornton Invite, which is different from the Zurich. We've established that, so we can move on from there. We got LPGA, PGA teams. We were trying to figure out the best system for this style of play. When I think we settled on it, you don't want the same team on your team, right?
Yeah, don't pick both.
Don't pick both.
Finau and his partner, Norda, because you're only getting points for one of the teams.
So you're not getting double points.
Correctamundo.
Okay.
We're sure.
I'm 98% sure, LJ.
98% sure.
Oh boy.
So, like, if they both get 15 points, you're just getting 15 points
For
you're
the
not
team.
getting 30
If it's
points.
like the Zurich, that's exactly how the Zurich works.
Are you sure?
Because why does it? It doesn't eliminate.
Why would they give you 2 then?
It gives you the option. It doesn't eliminate.
Because they're going to
it either.
list the players. They're going to list the team.
Well, it does.
Let me look it up. Let's look it up.
Just to be sure.
While he looks it up, it's probably
Yeah, we can.
Do you carry on?
look at the rules.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll start. Can
Take
I
it
go
out,
over
Mark.
because
Yep,
I probably
you got it.
won the last one, so I had the honors of going first. Nick, I hope you bring some competition because these 2 guys towards the end of last year were
Oh, wow.
No
weak.
way.
This is why you brought me in, Mark.
Yes. Okay. So I went with just chemistry. So like I matched up the Canadians, Connors and Henderson, playing for their
realize
country.
They're not playing together, right? They're not playing together?
What do you mean?
Those
They're a
2
team.
guys.
Corey
you're
Connors
talking-
and Brooks
oh,
Henderson.
Okay, yep. I
Okay.
gotcha.
See, this is why they fall short, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm on a whole different
You
level.
understand the format here?
Apparently I don't.
You understand the format. Rose and Charlie Hall, country people together, that type of stuff. Heavy hitters, yeah, Thegal and Zhang, I like that. And then Hoagie's just a value, and it's a good story to have him on your team. And I think Glover not being, maybe the best putter in the world. I think when he could get in a partner game where maybe his partner's going to make some scramble putts for him, I like that. And then Joel Damon.
Yeah.
There's not many guys that care less than him, but maybe with a partner, he's going to pay attention and play harder. And so that's why I put him on my team.
Somebody's got to be the best or the 70th best player in the world. That's right.
That's right.
That's
Might
what he
as well
said.
be him.
Yep. So there's my team. Jury's out. I think they'll do fine. That's why I picked them, but who knows?
No, I like it.
All feel. I went with the emotional side of the game.
All right. I'm recording, so you go. I sent
go.
mine to you, so
Yeah,
you take
yeah.
it away, Nick.
I started with the fan favorites. I went Tony Finau and Korda. Had to get him. And then I went for another fan favorite and went Theegala and Zhang. I went with some more value now at the bottom here. I went Nick Taylor and Yin. Not sure, but I did some research about Yin. She's number 2 rated LPGA pro in the world right now.
Is that a fact?
It is.
That
So
might be a good pickup.
she's playing really well. Then I went McCarthy and Kang.
Denny.
I went Joel Damon like you did. And then I finished up with Cam Champ.
Yes.
We love
Off
Cam
the tee,
Champ.
getting her.
So because
Love
you
it.
had some heavy hitters, you had to go values.
Yep.
I had
after
to.
that,
The
yeah.
bottom 2 were very value.
I like where
But,
Cam Champ's game's at right now.
I do too. Yeah. He's playing.
He's on this trajectory for the Masters. Okay. I found the scoring.
All right,
Okay.
let's hear it.
It does say, and it's how we interpret this. It says, for fantasy purposes, the Grant Thornton will feature the standard DraftKings golf scoring system, and each golfer will accrue the same amount of DK points as their teammate for the entirety of the tournament. So there is no advantage to rostering one teammate over the other.
Oh, so you're going to get the same points for both.
Yep.
So
Doesn't
it's-
matter if you put the
But you could also, like, if you pick the winning team, you're going to get the highest points twice.
Yeah.
So you still get points twice.
You could have them on your team. You could get their points twice.
There's no advantage because you could have the worst team and you're going to get the least amount of points possible. They're going to take up 2 roster spots.
yeah.
Which would make sense that they're the same value. Because if you had the two best players
Right.
and they're a team, they're going to score the same. So if they're both like,
They have to be the same value anyway.
yeah.
All right.
The inaugural Grant Thornton.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Chuck. We
Well,
closed
anywho.
that at the beginning of the segment. We
For ours-
closed it.
For ours, we could agree to not do any double ups then.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I
just play it the
didn't-
way
yeah,
we
no
play
double
it,
ups.
but we might not win.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to knock it out of the park.
Go
here,
for it.
Chuck.
Yep,
Okay.
go.
So I started. We talked about him, Ludwig Goldberg,
Yeah, I like it.
and his partner Sagstrom. That was a gut pick, just because I like Ludwig. So
Sure.
And I also did Joel Damon.
Mm-hmm.
I actually took Brooke Henderson over Corey Connors. So I got the team, but I'm feeling Brooke Henderson on there. Just
No,
steady,
I know. Yeah.
steady
Mhm.
Eddie.
Yep, sure.
And you got Tom Hoagie, went a little value pick there. I also got Denny McCarthy on there and his partner Kang.
Yep.
And then I went Rose Zhang. I'm a big Rose Zhang fan.
Yeah,
she's
she's good.
Just killing it.
Both
Who's her
have
partner?
The Kang and Zhang.
Tigala. And I'm a big
Oh,
Tigala.
Okay.
Hopefully
I like
he breaks
it.
out a 9-wood. Do you know he carries a 9-wood?
Everybody should.
Doesn't have a 4-iron.
No 4-iron.
But he has a 3-iron.
I knew that too. Yeah.
Okay.
He goes 3-iron, 9 wood.
3-iron.
That's a sassy
5-iron.
team. Of what I've heard so far, LJ, I give you the nod.
Yep, I think I do too.
I don't.
Okay. Until you hear mine. I also went with Ludberg. What is his name? Aberg?
Ludwig Oberg.
That guy.
You're gonna need to learn it in
Will
a
you try?
hurry.
Yeah, will you
Yeah.
try it?
Well, after this week, I will.
Will you try it now?
Aberg. Okay. Then I also fit in Finau and Corda. So I got top two guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's some values.
I have Denny McCarthy as well. I think I heard you, LJ, say Denny.
Yep.
Corey Connors.
Mm-hmm.
Hoagie. Got to have the local boy. And then the last,
Same team.
Cam Champ, baby. Cam Champ.
Yeah.
No wonder you gave him the nod. You have the same team.
Yeah, seriously.
Did you have Cam Champ?
No, I didn't have Cam Champ,
Okay.
but we got 4 of the 6 were the exact same.
Wow.
Great minds think alike.
Game on.
Great.
Hey, anybody else think Denny McCarthy sounds like a car dealership in the Twin Cities or something?
I think it is.
No, there's a restaurant, breakfast joint called Denny's.
Yeah.
No.
Just doesn't seem like a pro
Denny
golfer's
McCarthy.
name.
Denny McCarthy. Well, I hope he does really well this week. Just because.
All right.
Okay, there we
luck,
go. We're
boys.
back into it. That's our first one in a while.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you. This was
Yeah,
a good
back
one,
at
Nick.
you.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah. Of course.
It's a great show today. We got a lot to unpack. Hopefully, we get some answers to a lot of our questions here this week, and then we'll be back next week. Safe travels down to Vegas, boys.
Thank you. Yeah.
We'll be in touch.
Yep.
We'll make sure
We'll break it down next week.
Yep. I expect owning one casino would be great.
Yep.
Take your pick.
MGM will have a new name.
I like that.
Here's what I'd like you to do. Are you guys getting a rental car?
No.
Oh. Do one lap on the F1 deal.
The F1 circuit.
Yeah, even though there's stoplights and stuff, and just set the record.
I like it.
And then every time we go, we try and
beat
beat
it.
the record.
Yeah.
And you got to pick the time of day.
Right.
I mean, it's.
It's got to be, yeah. You got to pick warm the tires up.
I like this.
Even do it by taxi. I don't care.
Get in an Uber.
Uber.
It's
Uber.
like,
Uber.
We want to do the F1 track.
Yes.
He's like, you're the third group today.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
I like it. Okay.
Look into that.
All right. We
There
will.
you go.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, we run the track.
Ooh, I think
not
it's
like we've-
further than
How
you think.
far is it? We run.
It's not like
Usually
we haven't
just
run
run to
before to Dunkin'.
Dunkin' Donuts, but
Good luck.
thanks.
That's all I got to say.
All right.
All right. Thanks for joining us on another round at Sweet Shots. We'll be back next time.